you're playing a team you beat by 35 and a team you beat by 45. How do you keep everybody focused on this road trip up there?
Well, I think we have to lock in and do what we need to do. Our players need to understand that prior to taking the trip. And, hopefully our mentality will be not to take anyone lightly. And, it's always a concern that the coaches have, but hopefully we'll be focused.
Is it easier to keep that focus when you have a young team that doesn't, as opposed to an older team like, oh, yeah, we beat these guys? You know what I mean?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if an older team would overlook them or be more mature about it. So I think it's something we'll definitely address. I think both teams are very dangerous. Valpo plays much better at home, and Loyola is playing really good basketball right now. So I think it's two teams that we can't take lightly because we could go up there and lose.
And what have you guys been working on? Just your stuff going into there?
Yeah, so we tried to tweak some things after our Friday game against Illinois State. Felt like we needed to look at a few options for us, especially offensively, to combat some of the defenses that we're seeing right now. And then the rest of the week, really working on shoring up some defensive rebounding situations. We didn't feel like we rebounded the ball as well as we could have. And then just trying to stay sharp offensively, putting in a few wrinkles, making a few adjustments to a few plays that we think might work a little bit better. And these are things we show our players these things on film and are very open and honest and have good communication with them.
How much more fun do you feel like the team has had in the last month compared to the first month of the regular season?
Oh, well, it's not even close. And the amount of fun they're having now, is it's awesome. They're just having the time of their lives. And where in November they had no idea what was going on. We had a lot of people doubting things, and they still practiced hard, and I think they still believed, or they at least wanted to believe. But it's so much easier now. When you're winning, a lot of things get cured.
So it's like, told you so? Told you so. I told you this would work. I told
well,
you.
I want to say that. I want to be the big annoying sister saying I told you so. But what we just tried to give them the message that hang in there, you're good. Hang in there, you're good. Keep working, you're good. And at some point, it's going to pay off. And I felt like at that Gonzaga game, I think they went, oh, we understand now, and they were able to then roll out there with several wins.
I mean, it's remarkable. You guys have one loss since December 16th. That's salty.
It's been a great stretch for sure, and I think it was good for us to have a bounce back win after that loss, and for our players to feel good again and have a lot of fun on the bench while we had that win. So hopefully we can carry that momentum now and maybe be even a little bit tougher.
What has it meant to the younger players to have a leader like Danielle kind of leading the way, setting an example all year?
Well, I think you have to have somebody that is your leader and is somebody that's going to, be there to tell you what you need to do, but also just to show you what that looks like. And Danielle is so competitive, and she's been such a fighter, and has really elevated her game her senior year. So I think she's been a great role model for our young folks. And again, they cannot question her work ethic. When she's out there, she is competing every single possession, whether that's in practice or in a game. And if they can mimic that in their future, I think we're going to be okay.
What do you feel like it would mean to her to go back to the tournament for her last games?
Well, I know that's what she wants. I really do. Everybody wants that. Everybody wants to go to the tournament, but the folks that have tasted it understand even more why you want to go. And she's the only player on our team that has been, and she wants it so bad. And it would be really the cherry on top of a fantastic senior season for her to be able to have that opportunity.
You've had players like Jasmine Franklin, now Abby Hipp, that have had those injuries. How do you battle, having other players step into that role?
Well, I think our depth has really helped us. Obviously, losing two post players in our game against Illinois State was a little bit much for us. But our depth, we try to establish that early in the season, and you might have some growing pains, but now we feel really good about being able to throw a number of people out there that can produce both offensively, defensively on the boards. So you just try to keep working hard with what you've got, and if somebody does get injured, or if somebody gets in foul trouble, or if somebody can't play, then hopefully it's the next person up attitude.
Yeah.
Talk just a little bit about hitting the road and going up and trying to. How do you keep your focus there when you had a team you beat by 35 and a team you beat by 45 that you're going up against?
I think, even looking at like the last weekend, I think that for sure has increased our focus. Obviously, we weren't exactly ready to play Friday, and so I think that has just made us more ready for this upcoming weekend for sure, and to be more refocused on these teams that we beat pretty good first time, but they are good teams, so you never know what happens.
You look ahead at the race that's going on. You guys tied for first, all that kind of stuff. Does things change as you go into preparation for these games, knowing where you want to stay?
I don't think so. No, that's been our goal since the beginning of conference is to finish first. But clearly, if we don't have our best game, then we will lose. And so I think just having the mentality of we have to be good every single day will take us far. So.
What's been the most fun part of the conference season? It's so different from the start of the year.
Very different. I just think it's been really fun to just see how much like our team has come together. Obviously, non-conference, we had a horrible record, but we knew that we would be a lot better if we stuck together and stuff. And I think it's just been really fun to see how everyone's meshed, and especially like with the freshmen and everyone coming together. So
that's one of those deals where at the beginning it's like, no, this is going to pay off. You'll see, and you're like, yeah, right.
Yeah,
and,
definitely.
And then when it is, now it's like, yeah. Like,
yeah, exactly. A lot more fun. That's just for sure. So yeah.
It's such a young group. Starting 5-0 on the road in the Valley. No other team has done that. To do it with one senior and one junior.
Mm-hmm.
What does that say about the way you guys prepare and the way you guys approach every game?
We prepare a lot for teams, and I think we don't just focus on other teams, but we focus on ourselves a lot, just like what can we do to improve as a team, yeah, I guess.
Are you just closer as a group on the road because there's nothing else to do? You guys are just kind of stuck together?
Yeah, and we have different roommates every weekend, so that makes it pretty fun too, so.
Let me ask you about going up and playing Drake at their place. What was that like? What was was there a higher intensity with them and arch rivals, all that?
Yeah, honestly, I think there was. Definitely, we wanted to beat them for sure, and it's hard playing there. They bring a great crowd as well, and they bring it every single night. So to get a win there was huge for us.